What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, and I have some fucking pretty big breaking news. Now, a trademark for Fallout Shadow of Boston has been registered in Germany, and there has been a number of sites that have just reported on this, one of which include IGN. Now, I will include all links that I'm talking about in the description below, but what's pretty much happened is that somebody on NeoGAF has noted a trademark, as I said, in Germany, and I can show you the trademark on the screen right now, registered for Fallout Shadow of Boston. Now, the IGN article says that the application spotted by an eagle-eyed user on NeoGAF earlier today describes the product as computer game disc, downloadable computer game programs, computer games program downloaded via the internet. And the article says that details are light, but the trademark owner, listed as Bethesda Softworks LLC of Rockville, USA, has recorded that the first language is English and the second is French. Now, you can check out the NeoGAF thread, I've linked that below. I've also linked another article from VG247, which has talked about the registration as well. But apparently as well, and I think Mr. Matty Plays reported on this a week ago, I believe, that there's been a similar listing for Fallout Shadow of Boston in Europe, and also today I've checked out one that's actually been registered in the UK. So I'm not sure, honestly guys, I don't know whether this is a hoax or not. We've seen Shadow of Boston come up time and time and again. I remember an IMDb page which came up last year, which I said was a complete hoax straight away, and that IMDb page has been shut down. But that was called Fallout Shadows of Boston as a plural. Now, I can link you to an Escapist article that talks about the Shadows of Boston showing up on IMDb, but as I said, the page is now down. Now, there are some people that are being skeptical about this straight away. First of all, I want to remind you, in November of last year, there was a Fallout 4 European trademark that was found out to be fake. There were also similar cases with Half-Life 3 with a European trademark, and somebody, which I will link in the description below, a lot of links I know, but somebody from the Vault Gamepedia, which is like one of the wiki pages hosted by Curse, and he said this: a trademark for Fallout Shadow of Boston has been submitted for registration by the German Patent Office by one Anne K. Ford from Paris. Now, it does say Anne K. Ford, who is actually a lawyer from DLA Piper. Now, bear in mind that DLA Piper also came up with the fake European trademark, but I digress, I'll continue. So this person on Gamepedia says that, on behalf of Bethesda Softworks, VG247 points out that it's consistent with the leaks for a similar title from February. The reality is, though, that the title is misspelled, and the IMDb listing for the page is long gone. Now, this particular person has said, we're calling bullshit on this for a number of reasons. First of all, no such trademark has been submitted to the US Trademark and Patents Office, and submitting it there first is the general practice of the company, which has been the case with Skyrim when it was filed for trademark in June 2010. Anne K. Ford, who's been listed as the officer responsible for this registration of the trademark from DLA Piper, is the US chair of the trademark, copyright and media practices of the company in Washington, DC, not in Paris. Thirdly, if it was Bethesda, it would be doing it via DLA Piper UK, which is the case when Skyrim was registered with the same German office. It does list DLA Piper UK as opposed to just K. Ford Anne from Paris. Furthermore, Gamepedia goes on to say that the European Union's Office for Harmonization on the Internal Market only requires the payment for registration to be made within 30 days of filing, not at the moment of submission. So what they're pretty much trying to say is that anybody can submit a trademark, but payment is needed within 30 days. So he's expecting, or she's expecting, this particular trademark within 30 days to disappear. And this person says that the next installment is clearly going to be called Fallout 4. And in my opinion, I agree with that. There's no reason to call it Fallout Shadows of Boston or Shadow of Boston. It's not like a Fallout New Vegas spin-off. If this game is being made by Bethesda Game Studios, we'd expect it to be a logical progression from Fallout 3, i.e. to be Fallout 4, and not a completely different random game. Now, I do suspect, and this is just me being very skeptical at this point in time, but I do suspect, because of all this Shadow of Boston rumor and hoaxes going around, especially with what happened with the IMDb page, I have a strong suspicion that a particular hoaxer has just gone around to the main trademark office in Europe, and then went to the UK one, to the German one, and is saying that, yeah, here's a Fallout Shadow of Boston trademark, let's fuck with the community. I don't know, but the fact is that so many, within this past hour, so many websites, and IGN I still do believe is a legitimate website, they're reporting on this, so there could be some legitimacy to this or not. All I say is just take it with a grain of salt. More details are probably going to come out in the next day or week, but I'm just reporting it to you guys right now. Very rushed video. I could have made a lot of mistakes, I don't know, but I want to get this out as quick as I can. Anyways, Wastelanders, tell me what you think. This has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself. I'm speaking too fast, and as always, keep fighting the good fight.